Hello, turn on my collab cam. One moment. Let's see. How do I? Oh, right. Okay, I'm out of practice apparently. Okay, and we've got this text down here that is now inaccurate. So I did add a last minute. We're doing a last minute show with Virtual Knitting Live. Although if you're watching me here, it's basically the same stuff. But you could get a discount if you watch me through them. Oh, come here, please. Oh, that's because this is Knit City info. Okay, so the next event is Virtual Knitting Live, March 16th, 2024. And it's a presentation at, I think, 3:30 or 4 p.m. Eastern time. But I will get that info to you soon, as well as a link to the actual stuff. Anyway, today we are going to be working on... Hi, I'm Katie. I run Atelier Nikazuki, and I work with Japanese fabrics that I purchase in Kyoto and Tokyo. And today we are going to be working on the remainder of the pick your own orders, which means that we need to actually trim or cut the interiors, the interfacing, and then we need to adhere the interfacing with that steam press over there. And we're going to continue to do the dance of make sure I don't damage my mic cable by cutting it. The vinyl is up here because I just saw a really cute pattern that I want to try, and since it'll be just a one-off, we're just going to do it. I'm not going to say no to myself on that one, although it is very loud and it does need a press because it's been in storage and crinkled and moved and all of that for quite a while. So we're just, yeah. I did find the Aqua Sassy Cat fabric, which apparently was super crunched up in the big bag box, but you know, we've got it, we're good. Yeah, so let's get this. Hi, cat. Thank you for knocking stuff over. Let's get this cut and then we'll get it cut down. I think we've got to cut down a couple of the other fabrics too because it'll get out of it, dude. You guys, you and Dahlia have been pests. So I did not get a lot of sewing done this week, but I have actually gotten quite a bit done for stitch markers, which is exciting. They are actually, there's a couple more sets I want to do and finish before Fibre Shindig, but the majority of what I was aiming to get done for that have been cut and, or not cut, but like made and actually packaged. That was the big thing, because it's like I always make stuff and then I like don't leave myself time, like the proper amount of time to tag or like package or whatever. So I had about an hour and a half while Dallas was out with my eldest. They went to gymnastics, as they do on Saturdays, and my youngest and I stayed home because they don't have gymnastics today. And basically they watched TV and I packaged the stuff, and I even photographed it too, because that is another thing that no one ever talks about running an online store, is just how much photography you have to do. Right, I just remembered we are going to try these comic book boards for these. So anyway, so I added a last minute show with Vogue Knitting Live, or Virtual Knitting Live. It was one of the shows that I did a lot during the early days of all of this, when they started getting offered, and I really enjoyed it. And they're like, hey, we've got space still for our spring shows. And I went, you know what, why not? Let's do it. And so I am going to be presenting March 16th, 2024. It's going to be a little bit more formal presentation than like these online chats like this. Not much, but a little bit. And it's just going to be a fun time. So if you're looking for something different, lots of their vendor spots are filled up. So that's really nice to see. And I hope that you're able to come support us. That would be a lot of fun. And by us, I mean like people doing Virtual Knitting Live, not necessarily just me. I have come to the decision as well that I will very likely be suspending the pick your own orders until the end of summer, just so I can focus in on getting black cat on dark teal, and then black cat wisteria on aqua. Okay, so we definitely have that. Now we just need the actual like bottom for this. And I just realized I probably need all of the lining fabric for the ones that are out in the big bag bin. I did actually pick up stuff and put it into the big bag bin, so maybe I'll grab them too. No, focus on pick your own. There's a couple that I have to finish and ship on Monday. So, okay, so that's a big bag. So we're going to need some. We're going to need this. And what are we going to do here? We're going to do. Okay. So linings. We're going to need Kato 1 and 2. And what colors? So we've got the sloths and lemons on pink. So we need a white and a beige. So what we'll do is basically I'll round it up to whatever cut number we have that'll fit. So like I'll cut 4 Kato with the beige and 4 Kato with the white, simply because that's just what cut like that. That's less spoilage, leftovers. SBB, we've got a tuxedo and Japanese motifs on red. So we need beige. And I don't know if we need white, but I'll just write it down here. So we need 1 beige. Laundry Cats on light blue needs white. Small box bag botanical circles is white. Small box bag wave cat cotton linen. We're going to do white for that. Okay. It's tempting just to do white then for the beige. Yeah, let's just do all white there. Large box bag. White. Beige. Sparkly planets on blue. This one's dark enough that we're going to do beige. And we've got the black cat on the charcoal. Beige. Black cat with floral spray blue. Beige. Japanese gardens on dark purple. Beige. Alright. I know that sounds like I'm bored with it, but no, it's just very decisive. This is what we're doing. Oh, and black cat on dark teal. We also need beige. Okay. Big bags. I think we only have 2 big bags. Yeah, we got black cats. Oh no, so that one's already done. It just needs the canvas added to it. Okay, so we're going to split this and we're going to do canvas cuts as well. Whatever we need for Kato, I think it's all black or charcoal. And then big bag, I think we're just going to switch to all black, because as much as I like having the charcoal as an option, it is another thing to keep stock of. And so if I purchase more black, I get a better discount. So I think we're going to, once all the charcoal is gone, we're going to just switch all to black, because then it's just also one less decision and less mental like decision fatigue for myself. So, okay, we've got black cats on dark teal and black cats on wisteria and aqua. So we definitely need 1 of each. The aqua cannot have a beige lining. 1 beige, 1, and that's all there is. Okay, so we got 1, 2 Kato, 1, 2 Kato, 4 small box bags, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large box bags, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually have 6, but the botanical circles does need to be white. Okay, yeah, because we already had to pull the white out for SBB. That's fine. And we have 2 large box or 2 big bags. 1, yeah, and 2. Okay, sweet. And then canvas, we've got the Kato, we've got the sloths and lemons on pink. That should be charcoal if we have it. Well, we do have it. And then the tiger needs to be black. And then the big bags, they're both black cats, so they're just both black. Perfect. I think I might actually have the Kato. Hello. I might have the Kato charcoal. Oh my goodness. I may already have Kato canvas cut. There, I finally got it. Oh, and then we need pockets. Okay, so we need Kato. What is the Kato? The Kato is the sloths again. So we're going to do confetti plus con pock. That's what I'm going to call it. You can yell at me when I ask you what I actually meant by that. And the tiger, I've got a little bit of blue left, so we're going to use the blue plus blue spray. Okay. Now this does not account for any of the extra bags that we cut the other day or anything like that if you've been hanging around with me. But we're going to ignore them anyway because I need to get these pick your own orders done, and then we can focus in on getting the other ones done. So, and this is how Katie has massive work in progress bins with very little progress sometimes. Okay, whatever. We're here. We're doing this today. I did get a very polite message this morning being like, yesterday, where's my bag? And it's like, I am working on them this weekend. I will have them out in the mail on Monday. So that is what I've committed myself to and what we need to get to. Right. There's that. So the sparkly planets need to be a large box bag. And then the other cut of this is 100% becoming a Kato. Okay. Oh, you both have quite large selvages. So you're going to become the large box bag. And you are going to become the Kato. Get out of here. That is the Kato box right there. I did actually clear up the morass that's underneath my desk right now of stuff. Mostly because I found the aqua large sassy cats. So okay, you are just both large box bags. Actually, you know what? Let's then. Yeah, screwed. When it's not going to become something different, we'll just cut it. No. No, we will not. Resist the urge, Katie. That is the large box bag box. Okay, so there's 2. And wherever their handle is, lovely. Okay, right? Because black cat and wisteria charcoal is, yeah, okay, that's right. Sloths are a Kato, but that's a small box bag cut. That looks both wrong and right. Okay, small box. Oh, right, it's a large box bag cut because we're going to do, right, I cut 2 large box bags and I cut the Kato at the same time. So we're just going to, this selvage is way too big to be workable for anything. And it is a wider fabric anyway. So we're just going to trim this down like this. And that can go in the bin for my friend. These are getting set to the side. And here is the 2 Kato bags when we get back to sewing Kato bags from these. Go. Then that'll be the trim down. Perfect. Okay, so there's the Kato. There's the large box bag from the Kato. And there's the small box bag from the Kato. That's a big bag. Okay. Okay, so blue floral spray. A large box bag. Okay, so we need to trim this down here so that we have handles. Alright, we only need half of this for now, and then fold this in half. Okay, and then that is big bag cut. I'm going to do the same for the botanical bags, except that this one already has an order for a large and small box bag, right? Yeah. So we'll just keep this whole thing here. And then, yeah, the cut for the black cat with floral spray was a small or a large box bag, and we have both a small and a large botanical circles. We're gonna have to actually split this up into what it's supposed to be correctly, because I'm gonna end up having a lot of different things to adhere. Like, I'm gonna have to do a lot of different interfacing cuts here soon. That's okay, but just as a forewarning, this is going to take a little bit just to get interfacing cut and adhered. One and two. So there's two large box bags. Botanical circles. And black cat floral spray. And that'll become probably a Kato bag because it'll be glorious as a Kato. Okay, and then the Japanese Gardens on dark purple is a large box bag. Looks like I've already also cut the small box bag, as I should. You know, always nice to see it. Actually, that looks like it might be a big bag. Right, because I was being pretty selective about what was cut into big bags, I think, the other day, because I was like, I just stocked big bags, and I've got a bunch of big bag whips, so we need to clear those first. Oh yeah, and the other thing we'll have to do is we'll have to go through and pull the handles, and they'll be like the fill-in spots for the interfacing, basically. Alright, windows onto Japanese Gardens. Nice Kato cut. This tuxedo cat is becoming a small box bag. Small box bag. Small box bag. Schwip. Schwip. Swoop. Schwip. Swoop. And then we're going to trim this one. And then it's going to go sweep. Whew, and swoop. Okay. I'm just going to start a handle pile over there. There's no point in not starting a handle pile over there. You, ma'am, you bag are... I have to find you a handle. That was the hold up on you. We can get you set up otherwise, though. Let's do it. Zoop, zoop. Zoop. Zoop, zoop, zoop. We've already got Laundry Cat's cut, so we're just going to go with what we have cut for it. Okay, so we have a large box bag. And this was the other big bag, right? Was a big black cat on dark teal. Okay. Handle. Big bag. Okay, and then this was the other big bag. And then these were also big bag cuts. Yes. But they go down here for now. All right. Now the question is do I have canvas? And look at that, I do. Okay. So I don't think we're gonna have to cut any canvas because we only need 2 black big bags. Oh, I might need to cut canvas for Kato. I don't need to cut canvas for big bags right now, I don't think, right? Because this is the right width. This is the right width. Look at that. 1 and 2. One thing we have to remember to cut while we're in here is we need to remember to cut webbing. And then I'll just singe the ends because it's only 2 bags right now. Not a big deal. 1 and 2. Go, and then we'll fold this back up because that is for other big bags. And then I need, do we have any? No, those are small box bags. Okay, I don't think I have any cuts for Kato right now, so I'm gonna have to grab the canvas for that. Right, and I need confetti pockets for that. Okay. I don't know why I was holding my breath there. And I'm like, oh. Lynn's like, hello, I can help with this breathing technique you're talking about. Yeah, I know. We need to trim your mats down, buddy boy, to get better at like just combing you. Okay, so I need the lining and I need the canvas pieces, and then we'll go in and do the things. I'll be right back. I'm just going to mute the mic because I gotta unclip. All right, I am back. Okay, so we've got large box bag, small box bag, small, large, handle, large. Where's your? Oh, your handle's under here. Large, small, handles, Kato, large. And where did your handle go, charcoal cat? Is it already in the stack over here? I just got an absolutely raging headache. Lovely. Okay, what happened to the handle for that? For Wisteria cat. It looks like I didn't even cut it. Interesting. Okay, well, let's cut down the Kato bag. The other Kato that I have listed is actually a tiger bag for my friend. I'm not going to worry about it until after all of this. And I just realized I am going to also get a pattern. Yeah, that is what we're going to do. Hey, Mr. Scratchy Boy. You're itchy, hey? Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to trim it down, right? Because then, because then I get the full, all of the stuff I need from it for the Kato bag. So we'll do that. Boom, boom, boom. What are you doing? Cat. You kind of are the star of the show, but come on. We're not focusing on you today. We're focusing on bag making. Okay, so those are the Kato and the big bag cuts, and this is the manure, and so it needs to be manured right here. go. And then we're going to trim this down. Actually, I should trim it down to the length that we need to match the bag. And then I'll trim it in half. That's what we'll do. Like this. Because here's the thing, is that it still needs to actually fit the bag. And then those can maybe become... Actually, that's going to go in the strip bin, and then we'll use it for strips for book sleeves later on. Book sleeves are currently on hold simply because I need to focus in on stuff I can make with things I already have in the studio, and book sleeves require a new kind of interfacing, and that new kind of interfacing is pretty pricey, bluntly. So we're just going to ignore book sleeves for a little bit. They will be coming, but just later in the year rather than earlier in the year, and that's fine. Realistically, I don't have time to make them right now anyway, because I've got other things to do, obviously. Okay, so those are all the bags. I know, I just keep moving them back and forth. Don't worry, they'll stop moving back and forth in a moment here. Okay, so the Kato needs a white lining. Do I just have white lining cut already for Kato? It looks like I might have some options that way. Hello, pretty. How are you? That is actually a big bag lining. Perfect. Because what I need one white big bag and one beige big bag. So let's just pilfer stuff we've already cut to save the time for now. Because why not? Okay, and then that means that there should probably be, it's another personal stash item in amongst the bins, of course. Okay, let's see. What are you? You are big bag cuts. Okay. Those are Kato cuts. Okay. I need not canvas. Okay, so this is like a weird mix of there is no more interior cuts in there. And these look like they should be small box bag cuts. Hey, if there's small box bag cuts in here and we don't need to... Oh, there we go. What do I need for small box bag? I said I needed 4 white, but 1 beige would work. So we've got 1 beige. And now we just need 3 white. Now it looks like it might all be beige. But let me dig a bit more. Because who knows what's hiding down here. I have enough without having to cut any more fabric. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like the only thing we're really going to need to cut today is interfacing, which is spectacular. Yes, those are a little bit long, but that's okay. As long as these ones on the bottom are the right length, we're good. Yep, we're good. Close enough. Alrighty. So there is the small box bag cuts done without having to actually touch anything. Shoop, shoop, shoop. And we've got one of the big bag cuts. Got one of the whites. So let's see if we can get a beige. Beige. Or if we can actually get any big bag fabric. Let's see here. Come on, big bags. Yeah, you are big bags. Cool. Okay, so we can get a beige big bag. Because these are all ones that need to like end up having canvas installed on the bottom. Still perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with them, but we do want canvas. And so that is correct, right? Should have made myself coffee before I came downstairs. There may be a coffee break in the very near future. Okay. Small box bag. Excellent. Big bags. Done. Okay. Will I have to cut these later? 100%. But as per most of these issues, that is a future Katie problem, not a current Katie problem. Don't you just love that? That's the story. That's the story we're going to stick to for now, too. Okay, that looks like it is also a big bag cut. Really? Is that just all big bag interiors? Like, I know that I did leave a lot unfinished, but I didn't realize how many I had left unfinished. Now, it's good in some ways because, we completely changed the format of the bag this year. Last year. So, like, at least all of these can become new iterations of that, but still. Oof. Katie, why do you do this to yourself? Do all this work and then don't do the work, the finishing work. It's annoying. Oh well. Okay, yeah, those are all big bag cuts. Alrighty, back in you go. Those are small box bags for sure. So then that makes this some sort of weird amalgamation of like large box or big bags and Kato bags in here. Lovely. That's going to take some sorting out later. Let's dig to the bottom of this and see what I have here. Yeah, those are definitely this is definitely a mix. There's definitely a lot of ones that I like went, okay, this is going to now become a Kato bag. Hey, but there is Kato lining cuts. Sweet. Now I still have to put cut pockets, but we're one step closer then, right? Right. Hopefully we are. We are. All right. I need to take this like this. And I'm pretty sure this will be that should be one piece. That looks too big. What's this? What happened here? Okay, but I can still get 4 out of it, and it's the right width. It's like the perfect width. Interesting. Alrighty, whatever. Don't question. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Right? Till you have to pay for the dental work. Okay, well, there's a Kato. It definitely needs to be trimmed down a little bit, but we will deal with that later. That's fine. I'm fine with this. Okay, so we got the Kato lining. So the only thing left is large box bag. That is actually really good and a lot faster than I thought any of this was going to go today. Okay, so I need 5 or 6. Looks like 5 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for sure. 1, 2. Oh, there. 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1 is definitely riding the fence. So the botanical circles could go with beige. So we could just cut 6. Or we could cut, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We could cut 1 white and then we could throw them down here and I could figure that out later. But because cut off the beige is exactly 6, we're just going to go with 6. So we're just going to go with beige. Because I'm efficient. It's a little bit of laziness, but it is a little bit of efficiency as well. There's no point. May as well just cut once. Alright, so we're going to lay it this way. And then we're going to just cut it right here. And I'm just going to use my shears for this because I don't feel like using my rotary cutter and like wibble wobbling everywhere. Yes, okay, that is, I was like, wait, is that the right way to cut this? But that's totally the right way to cut this. The momentary panic of like, what did I do? But no, now I even it up here. And there's 2. And 4. 6. Just like that. Fold and done. And that is all of the linings done. And we've only been online for like 35 minutes. Today is going good. All right. We need confetti pockets. Which means we need this, and then I need to flip this over and find out what the pocket cut size is, because I can never remember the pocket size on these freaking Kato. Every single time I'm like, huh? What is it? What is like the size of the pockets? It's like, holy, you've been sewing these for nearly 2 years and I can never remember. I know they're the same width as the bag, and that's awesome, but I need the like height and everything like that. And it's always different too on these because they are not the same width as the fabric I had before. So like last time we were able to eke out, yeah, this one you cannot eke out the third pocket. So it's just whatever, I'll deal with it. So we want to cut it then. Yeah, no, because the selvage on this is too wide. Because this is... But that is a 1/2 inch. So it's really only 21 plus 21.5. It's like a 1/2 inch too small. So it's too much. And we used up the scraps from this very effectively in the actual like stuff we just did with the other scraps. So we're just going to ignore the fact that it's annoying, and we're just going to cut this. It's annoying. I was just complaining because it's like this fabric is ever so slightly not like selvage to selvage. It's not quite wide enough to do the whole eke out the third pocket because of the selvage width, and I'm annoyed. Okay. Minus, plus, plus. No, okay, so minus, there we go. Okay. Measure 3 times and cut once. Like that. Alright. We were extremely successful, however, in scavenging a bunch of lining, which means that this has gone way faster, and I haven't even actually... That's a lie. I was about to say I'm not going to have to cut any canvas, but I will for the one Kato because we're going to use charcoal on it. I have made the decision just today, although I have been thinking about it for a little bit, of I'm going to switch. I keep saying we again. It's like the royal we, but this is just me. So I, myself, Katie, under no duress, have decided that I am going to switch to just doing the black canvas on the bottom, mostly because it's going to prevent analysis paralysis and like decision fatigue, so that hopefully I'm not quite so like, oh, is it going to be this or this? We're going to keep the white and the beige interiors because to me, in my head, that makes sense, right? Because we'll keep the pockets because pockets need to contrast, and interiors of the 2 different colors, because in my head I don't want my eyeballs burnt out when I open my bag and it's sunny outside. So that's why we're sticking with those at least. I just realized I might still have a cut of that wave cat, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go scavenge the wave cat out of the one of the bins out in the studio. I think there's cuts for the handle out there for that. Just realized this is really close to my mouth and you may not be able to actually hear me clearly. There we go. That should be better. But I'm just double checking the shelf here because there's some stuff that's been shuffled in and out of here recently. No, and this is why we're also going to start putting the like fabric onto the comic book boards. There is a lot of fabric in there though that I want to use, so that's what we're going to focus on. We need a cut of canvas, charcoal canvas for the sloth Kato, and then we need a cut of, or we just need to cut the interfacing, and then we are also going to cut a new product. I put that in quotation marks. It's totally a new product. It's not a new product. It is a new product. Because I got inspired on Instagram this morning, and so we're just going to do it. I'm only going to do one, so that's why I don't feel bad about adding it into the pick your own order day. I do have to get the 100%. I have to get the pick your owns done today. But we are on track to do that. Even if I have to come down, I'll probably come down after dinner. So the current stream will run until whatever time I decide, or whatever time dinner is, basically, which is typically around 5 o'clock-ish, with the kids being this young. Oh, there we go. And then the words. Eek, that could have been horrendous. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to do this until dinner, and then after dinner I'll come back downstairs and finish up anything that isn't done. And we'll get as far as we can on the pick your own orders today, and then anything else we'll wrap up tomorrow. It has snowed horrendously here. It's awesome. We really need the snow. But the problem is that the snow is on top of a freeze. Like a freeze thaw, because our area of Alberta, southern Alberta, is notorious for getting what's called Chinooks, which means that basically it can be minus 40 to plus 20 in mere hours. Also means with everything else that's been going on this year of like warming temperatures and wild weather, we basically, all the snow that we got last week melted, and now it's a nice thick ice layer underneath all of this new snow, and it's disgusting. So I've had to cancel, and if I'd had a show or something like that, I wouldn't have, because it's different. But because it's all of this is very just it's a casual visit. It's not worth the drive into the city and the potential for a wreck or something on the highway. Just not worth it. I think we decided that we needed to take a half inch off the base, right? Which meant that I could actually get more cuts out of this, I think. Half inch, because the Japanese fabric is an extra half inch taller. That's right. Okay, so we can go from here, or we can scoot it to the actual half inch mark, since now it's a half inch cut, and try to square everything up here, and then we can go minus the half inch, and then we can go minus the remainder, which puts us right there. And then if we add that back, we get my calculation. Sweet. I like when that works out. And you know what I'm going to do today? I'm even going to go in and trim the wedge today before we even go sit at the table, because why leave it till later when I have the ability to do it right now? Although I only really have half the ability because I don't have any of my measuring stuff here, but I do have markers. So let's get this lined up, and that lined up, and that lined up, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to go do right here. Okay, and then we're going to do it from, actually, if I did it like this, that would be even smarter, because there's the actual measurement markings are on here, and then I could go down to the point where it actually squares off like that, and then I could do the, oh my goodness, Dallas is starting dinner and it smells delicious. It's coming downstairs. I had a very satisfying lunch, but now I'm hungry. go. And then, oh, and then look at that. We can do that to make sure that this line, oh my goodness gracious. Am I going to change my whole cutting procedure for the Kato bags? Maybe. I hope not. But if I did do this right now, it would be a lot easier in some ways. I know, doing like, well, it could still be like assembly line, because I would just be doing it at this table instead of doing it and guessing it later on. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I should do it to the interior too, actually, while I'm thinking about it. Oh yeah, what the heck though? I did just have a headache come in. I'm like, I need more coffee then. I probably need more water is what I need. Okay, so that's the width and that's the height. It's far too tall. So I need to take probably, I don't know. Okay, so if that's the width, this is the length. There's the 1/2 inch point because it's all 1/2 inches. Except that doesn't line up with anything. Oh, I wonder if this was the cut that I made for the tall Kato. I bet you the custom order I did, this is the cut that I had for it. So that's fine. I just got to cut it down. Excuse me. Okay, so if I cut it down, then that will also adjust it to the fact that the... Right, no, we cut the canvas bottom shorter, and that will adjust for any like differences in height that we were having. And this needs to be that. So it's that plus that. Oh, I almost had the ruler right on the mark. Unintentionally. I did not intend it that way. Doom, doom, doom. Good. You are useless, though. At least to me. It's not like big enough for anything I'm making right now, and we are going to try our best to not hold on to stuff where it's like, well, I could use it later. No. Am I going to? No. I'm already, well, okay, maybe, but I'm already holding enough stock. I don't need to hold on to stuff that is like, I might use this later. What was the audio that was going around? Like last year, it was like, don't be a hoarder, don't be a hoarder, don't be a hoarder. Oh. And then it, like, they open up like a drawer of a bunch of other of the exact same of whatever they were hoarding. So like with sorry, I have to do math now. There we go. So I saw it referring to a lot of woodworkers and like all the scraps of wood you have. Or someone did it like with mason jars. I should still do it with all my scraps, because that would be hilarious. Anyway, we're going to try to do a better job. What I do want to do actually for this end, one of these ends or like multiple locations, is I need to get little or large garbage bins or some sort of bin. I should just repurpose like some of my broken bins, actually is what I should do. And then I can throw my friends like scraps into the bin, or I can throw the scraps I'm going to use into a bin, because there are still scraps I'm keeping, but like this where it's lining fabric and it's not Japanese fabric, gone. Please get out of the house. Alright, so we've got handles, and now we need to do the interfacing for all the bags. And I need a coffee and I need some water because this headache has come in, and as much as like I am feeling productive, this is going to suck it away. So give me like, I don't know, 3 minutes. I'll be back just after 2 o'clock probably with a coffee and maybe even a snack, because that might help as well. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to put you on intermission so you can look at the lovely fabric stash while I'm gone. right. A little bit of water, a little bit of coffee, my whole snack. I was like, I'll bring it downstairs and graze on it. But by that point, I was like down to, well, I had 3 pieces of apple left. And I was like, you know what? No. I just realized there's a bunch of stuff behind us that we need to figure out too. We will figure it out later. Today is pick your own. Katie, stay on task. Okay. So, interfacing. Part of what I wandered back out for after I came back in was I needed a different surge bar or a different setup to plug in that thing, the steam press, because it requires a ground, which makes sense because it gets very hot, and it also has water in it. So we'll go with that for sure. That's fine with me. All right. I'm going to lay these out because that's typically the easiest way to do this, is just to like lay out the pieces that you're actually going to be using. Because like, yes, everything is formulaic, but it is also slightly just like not everything is exactly on as it could be, of course. Okay, so there's all the bags. Here's all the linings. Here's all the handles, because we do need those. And here's the big bags. That's actually what I was trying to get to. Canvas. Big bag. Canvas. And then let's prep the... Oh, are you in that pile anyway? I hope you're in that pile anyway, because I just have to find your a handle for you. Yes, you are. Okay, good. So there's all the interiors. Sweet. So with these guys, actually, I wonder if we should cut them this way or if we should cut them... Like, I've got the big bags laid out here. Actually, I think the big bags are laid out really well. So we're going to press them or cut them this way. Like that. Sweet. And this. And then we'll go down here. And it's not going to be perfectly lined up, but you know what? It's interfacing. You can do this. And then what we'll do is we'll put in... whatever. Let's just trim it. Sometimes I will actually piece interfacing, especially in like the bookmarks and stuff like that, because it's a place where it doesn't really matter. I used to do it with bags, but I don't like it anymore, so we'll do the best we can. Again, we are trying to reduce waste as much as possible, but actually where these strips are really good is wristlets, because it's not somewhere that you typically are like, oh, the interfacing isn't like exactly right, and all of that. So if you do feel a little bit of a lump in your wristlet, yes, I probably did piece the interfacing, but just know that you're helping with my waste reduction. I don't even know. I think that is the fusible interfacing bin, but I'm just kind of throwing it on top of a bin over here, and I shouldn't be doing that. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, so we are going to cut all the interfacing first, and then we're going to throw it all into the actual steam press, and we'll steam press it afterwards. And while we're at that, I'll also prep the vinyl, and we'll steam press it too. And then we will, I think we're actually going to trim the vinyl as much as I think I need, and then what we'll do is we'll press it and then we'll square it up, because I think that's going to be the easiest way with like how crumpled it is. Like it's pretty crumply. So we'll cut it and then press it and then do the final like adjustment cuts to it. So this little pouch that I saw is actually really neat. It's a notions pouch, but it's got like a vinyl front to it, so you can see whatever notions you want to carry in it. And if I like it, I will put it into production. If I don't like it, it will become part of the sample sale that it will eventually happen. I keep talking about it, but it will have to eventually happen. I sound so like about that, but there's lots actually. That the thing about it is that a sample sale is still a lot of work because I have to photograph everything to go online. But it will be happening, and it'll be happening fairly soon, I think. I don't know. How should I do a sample sale? Should I do it like on the website, or do people want to do it on like YouTube stream and then just do or like Instagram stories or what? I don't know actually what works the best for that sort of thing, or how people want to receive that information. So if you have a strong opinion either way, I am happy to take feedback on it. All right, so now this is where we'll line up a couple of the handles. Where did I put the handles? I know I moved them around. This is why I should stop moving stuff around in the middle of working on things. Okay, those are definitely not handles. Those are pieces with their interfacing. Okay, what the heck? Where did they go? Those are all the bags. And then I moved the handles because I was like, I need the handles to go on the interfacing. And I still need to cut a handle for the frickin' charcoal wisteria cat too. Damn it. Just realized that. Okay, well there's the Kato. So that is definitely the end of that pile. Did I just set them here? No, that's not right, because those aren't them. Where did they go? You saw them. They were literally just in my hand. Is this the pile right here, maybe? Oh, okay, there it is. Yes. Jesus. What the heck? Okay, well, panic averted. Let's put them here, because that makes more sense for some reason. I don't know why. It would make more sense to have them over there, but I guess that's like, in my head, that's like finished territory or something. I don't know, whatever. As long as I have them, I don't care. We do need to cut handles for the big, like the large box bag for the wisteria cats for some reason. I don't know why I don't have handles for it yet. Because we definitely went through and cut it all the other day. Obviously, I have it. And today, we're just supposed to be doing linings and interfacings, basically. Well, and I guess at the beginning of the stream, I finished up like the fussy cut, basically. Like, okay, so this is getting cut at the selvage and this, or fold and blah, blah, blah. Getting cut down to Kato or whatever, wherever it needed to go, basically. But, yeah, why didn't I cut that handle? Unless it's on this pile right here, it is very, 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 very strange. No, those are all other bags. I don't even know what they are. They're just chilling here waiting to be made, because, you know, that's apparently what we do with stuff. Okay. Yeah, because I cut the aqua cat today. I didn't cut this one today. Weird. I don't get how my brain works right now. Alright, let's fold this in half. Actually, if this is folded in half, I wonder if that would fit back on the comic book board. Yes, quite well, actually. Okay. So we're going to cut this to the new depth because I need to get into practice with that. And then we can make a wristlet or bookmarks with the offcuts. Although this will be becoming a lot of large box bags, so I don't foresee there being a lot of offcuts. But, you know, you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. Or know that you don't know it even. Okay. Fold. Fold. So right now I am getting ramped up for, I'm going to have a shop update on March 15th. The pick your own orders are going to go away for now, just so I can really focus in on getting stuff done for shows and stuff over this show season, basically. And I'm just finding that trying to balance both the custom orders and shows a little bit too intense. So we are going to put a pause on them. They will remain open for another week, I think. Another couple days. I haven't made the announcement on any of my other social media, so I'm like, how long should I leave it open? Because I don't want to be like, if someone was looking and they're just kind of waiting for their paycheck to come in, I don't want to be like, and now we're done. SOL. Right? But I also don't want to leave them open too late and then not be able to fulfill them, because this Boxing Week has, even though I said it was 8 to 10 weeks, it's taken me too long. Granted, yes, I had sick kids and all that, but it's like, ugh, it's creeping up on that edge of like, it's uncomfortable. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to shut them down. I'll shut them down in a few days. The announcement will be made on social media, mainly Instagram, and the newsletter. I'll put out like a last call. So if there is anything you've been looking at, please get your orders in now. And if not, just know that like a lot of what is actually even listed on there is probably going to get made up over the summer. If there's something that you did have your eye on and I pull the order down or the fabric down before you're like able to make the order, you are still more than welcome to message me. I just don't want to leave up a full array of fabrics right now, just for my sanity's sake. So yeah, so like it's still available in as long as you give me a contact and I can work something out. I'm not worried about it. That way, I'm just worried more about like getting an inundation of orders, especially going into show season. Okay, that doesn't need to be interfaced because that's the lining for a big bag. And the exterior of that is good. These are 2 more, and so this is not going to fit, I don't think. Nope, it does not. So we're going to put a bunch of handles with these linings for the box bags. And then we'll do the large box bag interfacing cuts, and then we will adhere all of the interfacing to the interior cuts. And then we're going to go sew like the wind because we got shit to do. Mainly sewing. This will also get me to the sewing machine to get those drawstring bags done, which I'm super excited about. I've had to like postpone going into the city because of the snow we've had, so I haven't been able to pick up the tags. I'm lucky enough that there is actually a tag maker, and this wasn't someone that I thought of until recently, but there's actually a tag maker between me and Calgary. So that was very lucky, and I remembered that because Gauge Dye Work a couple of years ago used them for tags for their solar system yarn. So this is spotted zebra engraving. And when I was looking for tags the other day, I was like, oh, I can't find anyone in Canada right now. And then I was like, wait, these people, and I'm pretty sure they're like, if they're not local, they're pretty local. Like, I don't know, I count local within a couple hours sort of thing. But these guys are like local. So that was pretty sweet. So I've got them set for pickup. But then the snow came in, and it just... I was supposed to pick them up Tuesday, but then there's been a whole saga with my logo. So of course I changed my name a couple times, and the second time I changed it to Atelier Nekozuki, we no longer had the high-res files of it, and my friend's hard drive had crashed, blah blah blah. But what the issue there then being is that I only have one 300 DPI available file, and it does not have the text for the actual like logo. So if you notice the tote bags and Atelier Nekozuki is like to the side of the cat, that's why. It's because I had to use the 300 DPI image, but it doesn't have the logo text on it. So I don't know. It still looks pretty good, and that might be something that I move towards in the future anyway, because it's kind of cool that you can see the cat's feet now. But for printing these logos, I wanted to tell Nekozuki on it, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, it meant that I couldn't pick up the tags on Tuesday, and then I was supposed to go into the city yesterday to see a friend. But the roads are just, it's not worth the risk of driving into the city. So we will get the tags, hopefully on Monday. Depends on how well they clear the roads over the next couple days. And we'll see. I'll get them eventually. If I don't get them Monday, I'll get them Tuesday when I drop Dallas off for work. So They will get into my hot little hands sooner. Soon. Alright, so now I just need to do the large box bag interfacing. This is actually the first round of large box bags that I will have done with the new interfacing. Because my focus, when I decided to switch with small box bags for the show and Airdrie. So the next few weeks I'll be focusing in on large box bags for all the things. So directly after the update on March 15th, I do have a more formal presentation with Virtual Knitting Live, which is part of Vogue Knitting Live, actually. Started up in like mid 2020, I think, were some of their first shows. And then yeah, I haven't done one for a while, so I was like, do you know what? Let's just do it. So it's going to be a half-hour presentation. It will be more formal than this like creative chaos and umming and ahhing and all of that. So it's going to be more of a like, this is me and this is what I do, and here's some pretty videos of Japan. And then I have Fibre Shindig on April 6th in Calgary. I have a pop-up with Ancient Arts Yarns for Hanami, or flower viewing, in April as well. April 13th, I have a week off. And then we'll be up in Dawson Creek for Peace Fibre Festival, which I'm actually really looking forward to. I think it's going to be really good. I'm like one of 2 bag makers, which is extremely unusual. Usually there's more of us, but I'll take it. And then we have the Kimono market with CJCA in May. Actually, I should add that to the caption list. They don't have full details out, so I'll wait maybe for a little bit on that, but they will be coming. And then I don't know of anything else until August. But if you have any events that you would like me to attend, or like if you have any local yarn stores in your area, I would be happy to get any suggestions you may have, because I am also looking for more wholesale clients. And I would love to get bags into your local area, wherever that may be. And yes, I still need to finish my taxes. I hate doing taxes. Alright, we got 2 more lining fabrics for the large box bags, and then we're going to do the cut for the vinyl. And then we will go and apply the interfacing. And then we will go and do all the sewing stuff. The vinyl, I just need to get the actual measurements, because I have promptly forgotten them. Watched the whole video, forgot the measurements. Excuse me. Ooh. All right, there we go. 1 and 2, like this, and then we're going to cut across the bottom like this. Okay, and up, and I'm gonna shimmy that a little bit over like that. Perfect. And up. There we go. All right, so there is all the interfacing cut, and we are less than an hour and a half in. Very pleased with our progress. I think you should be pleased with our progress as well. More coffee, and then we're going to cut the vinyl and whatever I was going to cut the exterior out of. Coffee was a good idea. Okay. We still need to stay on YouTube. I do not need sound, so we're just going to do it on the laptop. Not like I can do it. No. Let's just go to history. Okay. Do you give all of the stuff at the beginning, or do I need to watch the video individually? we'll just write this down. Because, you know, I have paper right here, so why not write it down? And if anyone is interested, this is a tutorial on YouTube by Tender Smile Handmade. Okay, so zip. And all the measurements, of course, are in, well, I think they're Korean from what I can tell from like the hashtags I saw on Instagram. So all of the measurements are in centimeters. Thankfully, we have the centimeter marker right here. As much as I hate that one, because it is like, next time I go to Japan, one of my things to buy should be like a yardstick. Although I really don't know how that would get through customs. Okay, then we're going to this was definitely like 100% one of the styles of pouches I was trying to make when I first started. Again, my skill level was not where it needed to be, so hopefully now it is. Okay, so the width times height, just make sure I note that down. And then the exterior again needs to be that. Oh, excuse me. We are totally going to do this with a non-directional print because I don't want to mess around with the directional print right now. I do actually demonstrate it on a directional print, and I'm pretty sure looking at it now, yeah, the back side of it does end up upside down. Oh yeah, and then they make a handle. Hi, what's up? That's a lot of ironing again, the same as the drawstring bags. And the one thing I am looking at this is that I think I probably could make it an actual double zip bag. So we'll do it like it's intended to be made, and then we'll make it again, maybe trying it with a second zipper. Okay, I've got all the cuts now at least, so let's get the cuts done and then we'll figure out what we need to do from there. So we need oh, it doesn't quite fit into the frickin'. No, I can make it from an offcut from a. Okay. Puff, 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 puff. Let's do it from this, because that is something that we can. Okay. This is like a cute fabric, but it wasn't ever super popular, so let's use it for this instead. That's fine too. Puff. Okay. We need it that by that. Let's find out what you actually are. It's right there. Okay. So first things first, let's trim down the actual like selvage. And then we're going to trim the pieces to the depth that we need, and then we'll trim the pieces to the ugh, this one is so hard to read. Okay, and then we need that to that. Okay, thankfully this ruler is long enough that I can just do the second line here. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. Good thing I've got a nice bright reflective light, because otherwise I couldn't read those numbers. And then it needs to be here. Okay. Okay, and then we'll cut the width afterwards. Yeah, so these are all the height cuts. And then we'll do the width cuts after. And I'm pulling out my quilting ruler because it is far easier to read against the fabric. Holy crumoly. Could I have done this in Imperial? Yes. But realistically, metric is more accurate, technically. Yeah. Close enough. I like how I'm like, it's more accurate. That's close enough. Oh, Katie, why do you do the things you do? Chaotic creativity. And hey, there's one more. There's enough fabric here for another drawstring bag. So that is a win. Okay, 1, 2 exterior cuts, 3 exterior cuts with the handle. Okay, this is going to need to be folded and folded again. So maybe what we'll do is we'll fold it like this right now, and then we'll throw it under the steam press if it holds its shape well. Will it? Who knows? We'll try. Nope. I'm gonna need the iron. Okay, whatever. We'll deal with that later. Hi, cat. Okay, now we need the vinyl, and then we'll make the zipper when we actually go out to the table. The vinyl is going to be fun because it definitely, like I said, it needs a press. It is an actual certifiable disaster. But at least I'll be able to read the ruler on it. All right, how much vinyl is here? There to there. How much do we need? We need quite a bit. Okay, so let's actually, what we could do at this point is we could overlay this, because the main thing is, again, you want it to match this cut for width. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it out like that. Now, pressing it, like this is all going to be approximate right now. Pressing it is going to change this just a touch. But, Lynn, what are you doing? Don't do it. Uh-oh, I might have actually paused myself. No, what the heck? Like, laptop is like, no, you've done too many things to me. Cat, we know, we love you, but come on. There, okay. Okay, so that is the width, and now we need to do the depth, which is that to here, like that, like that. And then we're gonna go across like this, and I think that's mostly straight, but you know what? We're just going to deal with it. Am I just using a regular pen to mark? 100%. It's all going to get sewn in. Okay. Now we're going to, I just realized, we didn't actually trim down that width anyway yet on the other one, did we? Damn it. Alrighty, well, whatever. We'll even everything up in a few minutes. There, okay. Because that also was not an even cut. Oh well. Okay, so these I think are too wide still. Where's the metric ruler? Some days I'm just like, whew. Where has my brain gone? That it's this hard. Makes me sad. Okay. All right, and then this needs to be that. There's the edge. Good. And since we can just do that, we're going to do this like that. There we go. Okay, and then this is all going to get a trim or an iron as well, because I may as well. Well, I've got the steam press already going. It's not insanely bad, but it's not amazing either. Okay, done and done. Let us get the thingamabobber plugged in and get the pressing going. All right, you get out of here. You can sit right there, but get out of here. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh no. Oh, I'm so close and so far. Actually, I'm gonna mute you anyway because this has got to heat up, and then I can put away these like lining fabrics. So give me a moment. Alright, so I talked about how I wanted to do the mini necessary clutch wallet the other day, and I printed out the pattern because I was like, hey, I should just do it while I'm thinking about it. I just looked at the test square, and it is not big enough. So I'm gonna have to print it out again. It's like 1/8 of an inch off or something. Like, not a lot, but enough that it's like, dude, I can't use you. Hello, steam press. You have heated up very efficiently and very hot today. Okay, I'm just folding up the little handle here, and then we'll press it while I'm thinking about it. There we go. Good enough. Not pressed down completely, but that's fine because it's going to get stitched down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw the vinyl underneath the cotton. Do a very light press since the cotton doesn't need much anyway. Hit a little bit of steam. There. Woo, it's stuck. All right, now that vinyl is hot, so we're just gonna pop it on the table here where it can be flat and chill. There we go. That helped to flatten that cotton as well, and it sounds like we need some water. Oh, come on. Where's your... Why am I not able to pull you out easy? The heck? There's like a little... It used to be a little hook, and it's actually got quite a bit of water, but since I have it out, and that was hard, I guess we may as well fill the rest. Alright then. Okay. Fill the reservoir. Nope. Okay. Why'd you freak out about a... Ugh, this reservoir is really funky. Alright, whatever. We've got it mostly filled. Now there's water on the cutting table. Cutting table is covered in plastic, so I'm not too worried about it. Let's get these pressed, and then we'll go in and do the other things. It is still coming down outside. I think Dawson said that it's supposed to finish at like 4, but there's a lot of snow. Holy. Like, originally they were calling for 10 centimeters, I think. I think that's probably pushing 15 now. And for my American friends, that's about 6 inches. It's a solid 4 for sure, and I think it's pushing closer to 6 at this point, so. Alright, I just realized I should have a pressing cloth for this because my interfacing is not cut exactly. Well, we'll get it as close as we can, and then we'll deal with the consequences later. Which means, basically, the consequences later is I have to clean the sole plate of the iron. So, it probably could use like cleaning anyway. There we go. Oh, thanks for leaving, like... Oh. Okay. What was that? Left like a whole bit that wasn't adhered. Okay, well, we'll adhere you again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's probably just that. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Alright. I'm going to do it this way, actually, because I just remembered. No, we can't do it that way. Okay, so there's the line. So pressing on the interfacing in the steam press for the large box bags requires some finagling. Alright, good to remember. Basically, it means I'm going to have to do it in 3 chunks. So that's going to be a little bit annoying. Yeah, it's like leaving a... It's still like adhering fine, but it's like leaving interesting lines. Alrighty. The thing about it too is it's going to get sewn in as well, but you want it adhered so that you actually get the stabilizer effect of the interfacing. So Interesting. Did it do on the bottom? The same thing on the bottom one? No, it did not. Okay, so this might just be a case where we for sure need to press one piece at a time. It's still totally functional and we're going to use it, but we're going to now press just one large box bag at a time. All right, lessons. Every bag is different. Okay. Good. Good. Glad I don't have to do more in the production run today, because not being able to like press multiple pieces of fabric at a time is not very time effective. So that's something that I gotta remember that I'll have to like plan in for future production runs as well. Okay, we're gonna go from here to there. There we go. I think that should work, but we'll see. Nice thing about the steam press versus like my iron for this though, at least, is that it's like I can just kind of turn my brain off. It will tell me when it is time to lift the thing. Let's try it without steam. Let's see if that changes anything. So we're having a learning experience with the steam press right now. Mainly that we are not going to be able to press multiple pieces of fabric at one time. And apparently it really wants to crinkle it. What the heck is going on? Do I need to maybe press it from the back? Because like, yeah, there's ridges in this and that is not cool. Because once that gets sewn in, it's not gonna work. All right, take the interfacing off. It's obviously adhered well, right? You wouldn't have that reaction if it wasn't, but that was like weird. Okay, let's try pressing from the back, I guess. Let's see if that works or not. Okay. Because like it shouldn't have reacted that way. So let's try pressing it from the back. Or it could be, no, let's try pressing it from the front because I'm on a cotton setting and the interfacing is polyester or some sort of plastic. So let's try putting it under and putting it under for like 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Better. Okay. Better, I think. Yeah. There's a couple bubbles, but there's no like line. Okay, and then let's rotate and let's try to do this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry if you're knitting right now. Yeah, it's the heat. It's too hot. Okay, so let's actually turn it down to wool, I guess. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Obviously, it's not cooled down completely, but you know, we'll get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. That's better. And then we'll just lay it here flat to let it cool. And I'm just pressing it down with my hand to give it a little bit more like adherence as well, since it's a little bit cooler setting. It maybe won't adhere quite as quick. Okay, so I think we need to do it lengthwise here as well. If it's not completely adhered on the corners, just don't tell anyone, as I tell the whole internet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And why I say it may not be adhered completely on the corners is because the actual deck of the steam press is like a little bit too small. Okay, so there was the line. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to shimmy it down, and we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right. That seems to have fixed the majority of the issues. That last press was a little bit less coherent. That's okay. Okay. Just realized that all the water that I had spilt, I was like, it's fine. The cutting table is like got all this plastic on it. But the issue is that I spilt right on the edge of that plastic. Actually, that's okay though, because realistically, this is acacia, and it is extremely dry in Alberta, and a little bit of moisture is going to probably be good for it. Okay, and we'll just make sure to clean up the excess once we actually step out of the room. Okay. This one looks like it actually needs to be pressed. I think that'll probably help its adherence the most, and so we'll just may as well press both of them. And then this next round we will try pressing 2 at a time again and see if that works or not. Now we'll wait till 10 because it's cotton on a wool setting. It's not gonna do nothing to it, or nothing in excess. There we go. That could also be part of the problem, is that they actually need to be pressed before, I don't know. Fabric's weird. It's like it's a natural product. So you think it's all the same, but it's like not actually. And like each section of the interfacing is ever so slightly different too, and like there are multiple factors that affect the actual like production of a product. And you know this has to happen at mass market level as well, but the thing is that they don't talk about it. There we go. Okay, so let's try adhering 2 at a time now. Yeah, I think pressing it might have helped as well. Actually, no, let's just stick with 1 at a time. We know it worked with the one piece. Let's see if it works with the rest of them. Throw it underneath. 5 seconds. Make sure that that's nice and flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Nope, not quite. Almost though. Probably didn't help that it actually stuck and got pulled up right as it was still hot. But you know, you can repress that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on to it. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I think. Yeah, okay, so it has to be a fast 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, come off. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Oh, the learning curves of new materials. How I love and hate it some days. Okay, let's get this lined up here. Get that in as far as we can, so we only have to press it twice, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zoom. Nope. What is with this interfacing this time? I know it gave us some problems last time, but like it did not give us this many obvious problems right off the bat, I don't think. Did it? I don't think we had to repress this much. Okay. Maybe it only needs... Okay, let's go for like 3 seconds. Because like that 3 seconds worked to press it. And then it can like, if I do the finger adhere, maybe that'll work. I don't know. I'm making this up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. As long as it's adhered, I don't care. And that is a nice, smooth finish. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Is it adhered? Is it sticky? Kind of. Kinda. I don't think it's loose in the middle, which is the important part, really. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. No, I think we're good now. And the edges, the very edges are all going to get sewn, so it's all going to be in there. And there's no, like, bubbling or wrinkling or anything. And it's, like, at least mostly stuck down in the middle, and that's what, like I said, I care about. So let's see. I don't understand what is going on. Oh well. Do I need to understand what's going on? Kind of. 1, 2, 3. Those are both going to be stuck. There we go. Okay. We'll do some hand adhering and see if that works to, like, I don't know anymore. Okay, just one at a time. 1, 2, 3. All right, what else is everyone doing on this Saturday while I'm hopefully keeping you entertained and not, like, off track on your knitting counts? We are getting a lot of snow. It's still snowing, which is, like, we need it, but it's nuts. Okay, I'm gonna put one more in. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a rebel. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, eek! They all stuck. All right, that one's good. That's cotton linen blend, so that makes sense. The red is good. We're fine. And the Japanese Gardens is also fine. So we're just gonna pop them all over here and go into the small box bag interiors. All right. I am going to press these 2 at a time, mostly because I just want to get this over and done with. I want to move on to the sewing. I feel like it's been a really long time since I sewed, and actually now that I think of it, it has been 3, 4, 5. Oops. No, don't do blah, blah, blah. No steam. Okay. I think we're good. One, 2, 3. Yeah, the 3-second press definitely works better. All right. Weird, but I'll take it. And then I'm going to hand press it to make sure that that middle bit has the overlap that it needs to actually be pressed. This is the box bag fabric. We're just going to throw it under for, like, shits and giggles. And just to get it pressed. There's totally going to be the crease marks of the actual pressing in there, but that's fine because now it is quite a bit nicer than it was a few minutes ago, or like 10 seconds ago. There we go. The big bags do not get interior interfacing. I interface the exterior so that the canvas and the cotton are similar weight, and so it's not damaging the, yeah, that's the story I tell myself. It's so that they match, and so it's, like, not so, like, wibbly wobbly grossness. I need my shears. There, because this can just be trimmed down. Could I trim down all my interfacing? 100%. Did I? Obviously not. And that's not going to affect its results either, so. Well, I guess it might, but it shouldn't. Alright. Last couple handles to press. Like this. Like this. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Come here, my pretties. Did you get adhered? Yes. And yes. Oh. Okay, so I said that like February is a really tough month, but honestly, I think that does bleed into March, and I'm like stuck. It's like the worst version of cabin fever. You're just like done. There. Okay, those actually do need a press because they've been seen in the like box too long and they're all crinkly. So let's give them a quick press. Same as the beige. The beige needs a press. The white needs a press. The nice thing is that I do have shows to focus on in April, so that's going to kind of give us a motivation for this month, and I do need to do my taxes. Damn taxes. Alright. 3 more small box bag interiors to press, and a and then big bags and the Kato, and we're done. They look so much better. Okay, let's let those cool down for a minute. Throw this one underneath by itself, because why not? Okay, seems like 3 seconds is the magic number. 1, 2, 3. I don't get it. Let's see if 3 seconds with steam makes any difference. 1, 2, 3. Nope, that is like one of the best presses we've done all day. Okay, so we'll do a blast of steam and then 3 seconds and we'll be good. Alright, so I am going to go until about 5 o'clock or whenever Dallas calls me up for dinner, basically. Should text him and find out what time that trajectory is. And then 1, 2, 3. Then I'll be back on tomorrow as well. I've already forewarned him that March is a hunker down month. Ooh, sorry. That was loud even for me. Ow. Anyway, it's a hunker down month, and basically I'm just going to be working all month, or a good chunk of the month. So he gets to hang out with the kids. That's a positive twist on this one. It's going to be daddy time for the kids. 1, 2, 3. After this, we need to go through and pull out the florals. 1, 2, 3. Or at least a lot of the florals, and do the sewing for Hanami with Ancient Arts, because that'll also prep me really well for Shindig and for... Ooh, that was too long. Whoops. But that one was fine. What is going on with this fabric? Why are some of them okay and other ones are not? I do not get it. Maybe it did just need to be on. Okay, so this is wool setting. Maybe it just needs to be on wool setting. I don't know. Weird. Weird. I love my job, but sometimes it's weird. Okay, I'm going to press these big bag pieces and the sloth pieces because they're just kind of, they're not like terrible, but they could use a little bit of flattening. Okay, so there's all the big bag pieces, and then we'll do the other one separate because it's cotton linen blend, so it's a little bit heavier. And I totally lost track of what, I was talking about what the trajectory right now. So we've got a lot of stuff cut, so basically all I got to do is I got to go through and decide what I'm making, but we are going to make a point of pulling some of the florals out. Oops, because the florals, we're doing the flower viewing with Ancient Arts, so I want like a focus on floral prints and like spring prints and stuff like that for that event. And then I have the Kimono market in May, so I'll be focusing in on some like wallets and obi bags for that, since it's the Kimono market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit longer for this one because it's cotton linen blend, and it pressed amazing. I don't get it. I really, really, really don't get this. Oh well. Not worth worrying about, I guess. Just press it. Nothing to worry about here. Okay. There's everything to worry about here. Flynn's like, I'm not concerned. I'm just happy I get to sleep on the canvas, and then you're gonna have to lint roll it later, 'cause I'm gonna get my fluff all over it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not give that any steam, but apparently these fabrics are pressing fine. Just fine. No issues. So I think it probably was heat mostly. So we'll start using the wool setting for adhering interfacing, I guess. Ugh, and that's getting crusty. So we're gonna need to clean everything here soon. That's fine. Machine maintenance, equipment maintenance has to happen eventually. All right, last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and since I already have the press out, we're gonna go through and do the pressing of the seams on this stuff, because why not? Actually, no, we need to trim it down, and then I'll do the pressing. But there's that vinyl. It is like so much nicer now than it was over here. So we're gonna turn the heat press off, and that's fine. But what I am going to do is I'm going to turn off the surge, unplug it, and then we're going to put it back on its cart, which means I am going to close and lock it for a moment, and then we're going to unlock it so that it can actually cool down properly. But because this booger gets very hot. Now, where can I touch? Okay, can I touch it underneath? Yeah, I can touch it underneath. Can I touch it at the back? I can touch it at the back. Okay. Let's pull the cart closer so I don't have to go quite so far with my mic cable. Onto the cart with you, my beastie. Don't worry, we're going to open you back up. There we go. No, it doesn't burn that. Well, having a little bit of water on here is helping lift some of the crud that's on this table. Or on the cutting mat. Gross. Lovely. Exactly what we wanted. Okay, I think that is actually maybe the... No, it's a little bit larger. But it's darn close to the actual like seam allowance that we want to, or the foldovers that we want to do. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. So I'm gonna go back in. We are we're following a tutorial that is on YouTube. And I'm just going to okay, I am supposed to be ironing this, so maybe we'll turn around and iron it. Can I finger press it with the seam roller, maybe? No, none of those are the seam rollers. Is that the seam roller? No, that's the itty bitty rotary, and those are pattern tracers. Let's see if I can do this. Again, the big thing is that we just want it to match on each edge, because this edge is going to be seen when it's actually like sewn. So let's see if I made a good guess. I made an extremely good guess. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do that. And then, so part of what we need to do is this needs to be folded in half this direction. So let's fold it in half this direction first, like that. Then we're going to fold it up the seam allowance, and then we're going to match it on the other side. So there's the seam allowance that I got on this side. And then we're going to flip it, and we're going to fold it up on the seam allowance on this side. And then what we can do is we can throw it under the steam press, because even though it's not plugged in, it is still very hot. This needs some like glass pins, I think. But there we go. Stay, 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 stay. Just until I get you over here on the press. Ticky, 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 ticky. You know you want to go in. Okay, there we go. Plunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good enough. That is pressed, and except for this little bit right here, we'll just fix that, and then we'll finger press it with the heat, and that should hold. There we go. And finger press with the heat and hold. Good. All right. Sweet. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that the vinyl is the same width, which is not. So that is where we need to even it up with that. We've got that stripology ruler now. We'll just do some magic with it. Okay, and then this piece. Okay, so that was the zipper piece at the top. Done, done. And then it's going to be sewn and done and done and done. And then the vinyl gets sewn in. Okay, and then the top gets taken down by that much. Again. Okay, so wrong side up. Like this. There we go. Okay. And then it needs to be folded down. Wrong side. Or, yeah, right side to right side. Like this. Just make sure that that's... Ooh, it's darn close at least. Okay. Scoot it a little bit. And there we go. Yep. Okay. And then I think the other side needs to be the same. Okay, so that gets sewn in like that. Boom, 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 boom. I missed the bottom iron. Oh, the bottom doesn't get ironed. Oh, yes, it does. Okay, I gotta actually push play on this. What are you texting me, Chris? Okay, so that's the top bit that we just did. With the zipper in there. Good, good, good. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense too. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah. All right, I do love the fact that like these patterns are like really, really easy. They just take setup. So I do very much appreciate that. Okay, let's get this folded up and we'll just double check it here. I think I am like, as much as I'm like, oh, I don't understand centimeters, I'm pretty much dead on with the actual measurement. Okay, good enough. Okay, because that also looks square, and that's more what we're worried about, is that it is square to everything. All right, folks, if you've stuck with me, the good news is that we are now ready. After I throw this in the steam press for a moment, we are now ready to head to the actual sewing table. We've done it. All right. I'm gonna lift this up. Eek. A little bit violent. It's like, you don't have me plugged in anymore. I am no longer stable because I am not on the cutting table. Okay, let's finger press that again because apparently it's not quite good. Oh, right. We're not ready to head to the sewing table yet. I need to actually get the vinyl trimmed down, but we are very close to being the right size. We're gonna square it up there. Again, most of the time it's better just to square it up to whatever your fabric is, so that's what I'm doing, is I'm squaring it up to the fabric that I am using. Good, good. And we'll just make sure that it's approximately the right height. Hey, it's actually the right height. It was just the width that it gained. I just realized that that is only a ½ centimeter down on that end, so we're actually bang on for the bottom. Perfect. Okay. So there is the new attempt at something at the vinyl bag. Sweet. All right. You go there, you go there, you go there. You need a zipper, and then we can pop you into the actual bin over here that we're going to be using. That's actually where I should have been putting all the other pieces as well, but you know what? It's still over there. It's still a valid place for them in a moment. Okay, pick your own orders on top, because pick your own... Oh, no, we are not done. We need webbing. Sorry, Flynn. Time to take away your nap spot. You'll see it later. Okay. There we go. What did I literally just say I need to do? Webbing. Webbing isn't even there. It's still out in the sewing studio. So, the other part that we need to do here before I move is we will double check what color of webbing. Because it was a custom order, and you can actually select your webbing color as well as the webbing length. So let's see what people say. Big bag, big bag. No, this was one of the orders, right? I'm pretty sure this is one of the orders. Shoulder length. Big bag strap length, shoulder length. Webbing color, black. There we go. Strap length. Yeah, and those are both big bags. Okay, it's just like, wait, that reads like a Lux tote, but it is a big bag. Big bag. It's just going to be black for both of them. Okay, and so that means that those are the only two that actually have. That one is fulfilled. Get out of here. That got shipped a while ago. That means that we're good. Okay, sweet. I am going to put you on BRB, mute the mic, and we will be right back to get things sorted out. Yeah, we'll get right back to sewing here in a moment. BRB. Hello. All right, we are doing a little bit of a different overview right now because I was like, I want to try something different. So hi up there. Usually I have you sitting like over here, but I'm bored. So that's part of the chaotic creativity right now. Yes, my sewing desk is actually significantly darker than my cutting studio, and I didn't quite realize that until I was sitting here, but part of it might actually be if I turn the ring light on, we will be better off. There we go. That it did actually help significantly. So we're going to actually go through and do a lot of these guys. While I'm thinking about it, they're saying on top because they've been saying on the sewing desk waiting to be sewn for the past couple weeks. Since we're here, we may as well do them, and we will also turn down our stitch length. I am not going to be doing the lighter ones. I'm only going to be doing the ones that like should be stitched in black technically. So, and some of them that aren't even supposed to be completely, but you know, are mixed color. We can do in black stitching as well. We are going to fully chain piece these because that's what that sort of thing is for. This one's in between, so we're going to go with black stitching on the inside, because as much as I'm like, we'll just do it for these guys, you're not going to see it, or you shouldn't see it. Okay, I do like that overview shot like that. These are all pretty light. That one could go through. It's got the like cats. Ooh, no, come on, not up there, down here. You are very far off on the two sides, so what is up with you? Why are you doing that? I feel like we have to go back in and fix you. Okay, get out of here. Okay, get down there. I know as much as I said that we need to get pick your own orders done, I also want to get this vinyl pouch off of my brain. So let's do that, because then I'll be able to actually... Okay, that's okay. Sorry, there was like a insane screech from upstairs, so I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like we got a panic screech sort of thing. Okay, it's just a... Well, not just, but it is just a sibling squabble screech, it sounds like. Okay. I guess not panic, but whether Dallas needs backup or not. Okay. Pretty sure that's all I needed to do was up to that point. Then this gets clipped, and then we fold it in and we seam it. If I need to do more after this, I'll do it off camera. Whatever. We'll figure it out. And then we'll make so many of these that I'll get sick and tired of them for a little bit, but they will become second nature. Unlike apparently the Kato pocket cuts that are still like not in my brain yet. I should like figure out a way to set up cheat sheets on my sorry, I said that, and then I actually started thinking about where I would put cheat sheets, like, and I don't really mean like cheat sheets, but more like just reference guides, I guess, like quick cut guides of this is what these all need. It's not a big deal with the big bags and like large box bags and all the stuff that I've had in the system for a while, because at the same time it's all very straightforward cuts. but like stuff like the Kato needs multiple cuts of all the things. So I'm like, I should just do like some sort of big sign and print it out and put it on my closet door. Maybe is what I should do. I don't know. I'll figure it out. There's got to be something I could do, so that I don't have to like keep one tiny little piece of paper somewhere telling me what the cut numbers are and like sizes and all that. Okay, there's that. Now this needs to be stitched so that it can be a handle. And then that's what we'll do first on the other stuff, is we'll do all the handles for the bags here in a minute. And then they do want you to do, so the suggested is to do both sides of this. So that's what we'll do. Oh, I need a zipper. That is one of the big things we need for this. What's a zipper? Zoom. Okay, practically useless for anything else. It's so thin, but it is freaking adorable because it's so tiny. Ow. No. Oh, shoot. Okay. This feels like one of those places that we could actually use a white zipper. Is it large enough? It is long enough. Excellent. Let's do it. Okay, so that happens to that, and then this goes in here, and then the zipper. Okay, so that I'm going to clip back because it refuses to stay where it's supposed to. So it's just going to get a clippy clip right there, and like right there, the two really big problem spots. And then we're going to open it up, and we're going to throw the zipper in. Now this zipper might be, they actually show it made with zipper tape, so it might be too small. Let's get one of the bigger ones. Because if we need to trim it down, well, we need to trim it down, whatever. We also do need to go in and actually match all of the, let's use a navy zipper. Anyway, we need to match all of the bloody-blahs to bloody-blahs planner pouches to things. Zippers. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, I tell you. Okay. Okay, there we go. Trim it. And then we're going to leave that like that, and then we're going to fold it over, and it's going to, yeah, it gets top stitched. There we go. Like this. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, this is good so far. So good. Let's see. Okay, now we're gonna clip it here. I'm gonna flip it and clip here, and then we're gonna trim off all these excess ends because they are gonna get in the way, especially with the vinyl pouch. Same as over here, we'll trim off all the excess as well, and all the excess right there. Okay. There we go. One more thread here to trim. Good. Okay. And when these clips come off, because what we do next is we're going to make sure this is folded all the way up and generally matched. Okay. Good. Good enough, at least. Okay. A section of it did get a little bit warbled in the back there, so I think, oh yeah, no, never mind. We do need to seam rip that bit and re-top stitch it. Where is a seam ripper? It likes to disappear on us. I know there's a seam ripper in the other room because I was seam ripping all of those drawstring bags, and now I don't know where it would be here. Bah! Okay, well, we'll just use the scissors because they're right here, and I don't feel like getting back up right now. Come on, scissors, don't fail me now. Nope, they're gonna fail me. Bah. Bah, I say. Of course, the, like, super easy pouch is gonna be the thing that actually, like, it takes the most amount of time. But there's also a good reason that I didn't put these into production earlier, is because it's like, these do require... It is fast and easy if you've got the skills for it, for sure. But it's also, like, gaining the skills for it takes a lot of practice. Damn it. Okay. Okay, let me go grab my seam ripper. I'll be right back. Bah. Alright, seam ripper obtained. Let's... I have seam rippers in all my rooms. That's the issue. They just wander off. The thing is I have that really nice, like, seam ripper stiletto combo. And that should live here, and it has, and now it's just, like, gone. I swear the kids do steal it and move it around the room. Which is always nerve-wracking, because it's a pointy little... Like, both ends of it are pointy. But, yeah, I probably should just go get some cheap ones. This is, like, the step up from the super cheap one from Michael's, and it is actually quite a bit nicer. So maybe I'll go get some, like, medium nice seam rippers. There we go. And, yes, just put them in all the rooms. I swear it was here. Because remember, I misplaced it, and then we found it, and now it's just, like, gone again. Okay. Oh, I see what happened here. So when I sewed the zipper in, it wandered off right about there. Okay, so let's... fine. We'll take out all the top stitching, and then we'll take out the seam, and then we'll just redo it, because otherwise this isn't going to work, because it's not going, like, it's not sunk in where it needs to be. Apparently I just need to be, like, I don't need to pin or clip my zippers, but for this I do. Don't need to pin and clip my zipper. Well, actually, so the zipper tape actually just struck on one of the bags that I shipped out, one of the ready-made bags that I shipped out. We had all those issues with the zipper tape with the big bags before Airdrie, and I was like, okay, well, that's the end of it. No, one of the ready-mades also has that same issue, so I've offered that I will obviously I'll fix it, but I gotta find out what they want me to do, because they were also waiting on a pick your own order, and it was the one that got finished first, the sushi cats. And it's like, oh, of course it would be an issue. It's just annoying. Okay. Alright, it has not wandered off here. It started wandering off there. So we're not going to unpick everything, because it just gives me a higher and higher chance of damaging the actual fabric. So we're going to cheat this a little bit. Do that. Okay, so now do not put the seam ripper in the actual thread catcher. Okay, there we go. Now, so this has to go right onto the zipper, and then we're going to clip it. And we're going to clip it the way that we were going to sew it, which is going to be this way. And then we're going to go in and we're going to sink this right up to that fold line and clip it. And then we're going to do the same all the way along. right up until where we started seam ripping. And then we're going to open up the seam and we're going to back stitch right there because it's still happy there. Then we'll go in and we'll top stitch it. This feels like one of those, so I posted it to my stories the other day, but it's like, help, my the project I want to do is above my current skill level. And if this is not the best representation of that, I don't know what is. Just take heart. I have been sewing for how long now? And I still come across stuff where it's like, what is going on? Yeah, I know I should. Ugh. Problem is, and you know this too, is that that's like a moving target. So I'll set it up in a place they can't reach 1 week. And then 3 days later, they'll be able to reach it. Now, we haven't been down in the sewing studio a lot together. But since March is going to have to be a head down sew month, I'm going to have to figure out some different systems. It's part of why I want to like focus on the stitch markers a little bit, because although I underestimated my eldest's love of beads when I was like, oh, I can do this and it's something I can do with the kids around. Nope, not actually. Although I did get I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but Dawson went out with my eldest for their gymnastics, and so the youngest and I chilled, and they just actually chilled on the couch and watched their show, and I actually got all the photographs done for all the stitch markers I've gotten in the last couple days, which is like one of the big battles, because it's like I actually got them packaged and I got them photographed, so they are ready to go for the update on the 15th. Now I need to do all the bags that I've been promising for the last few weeks, but you know, it'll happen. All in due time, right? All right, if you start to hear thumping, the children have descended from upstairs. I never know how much actually gets picked up by the mic. Okay, we're to the next point. Now let's see. Gonna back it up here. I think the next bit is that we put the vinyl in, it looks like. Yes. Okay, sweet. And they just clip it on either end. Alrighty. So I've had this vinyl around for years, because vinyl pouches have been something that I've had, again, on the agenda for years, but like just skill, time, desire. Desire wanes as like I'm not skilled enough to do this stuff. So we're gonna take another crack at it and see if we can get it done this year. Because what better way to productively procrastinate getting stuff done that we know for sure will sell than trying things that we may not be able to accomplish. Okay, this really scary part of vinyl is that you only have one chance to stitch it. There is no seam ripping in vinyl, because if you seam rip vinyl, your vinyl is done. Because basically what you've done is now I've just punched a bunch of little holes in plastic. But I think we're good. I think I caught both sides, or I caught most of both sides. We're going to shimmy this down over what we missed, and we're going to do a second line of stitches on top of the first line. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to call that good. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at that. I think we're good now. I'm going to have to take a lint roller to it. Oh yeah, that caught it way better. Okay, sweet. The vinyl is catching all of the little like thread bits, because of course it's dry even with the snow right now. And okay, so this, now we're going to take this and we're going to shove it into that other fold that we did up here now. And then we're going to make sure that it is settled in that fold so that we don't have to pull it out again. And we're also going to make sure that the vinyl is lined up with the exterior, or at least as best we can. There. Okay, then we're going to fold it down again, and I'm going to clip it there, and I'm going to clip it here. And then when we're done clipping this, I am going to have a sip of my coffee, because even though it's like 4 o'clock, I have not finished my cup of coffee yet. But that's okay, because it's like we've been taking some time at night to actually, like, Dallas is playing Tears of the Kingdom right now, which is a Legend of Zelda game. And around like 9:30, I'm like sitting on the couch like, woof. Although then this morning, it was like the one chance I'm going to have to sleep in this week, really. And instead of my body letting me sleep in, my youngest came in at about 6 o'clock. Awesome. They slept through the night in their bed, blah, blah, blah. But they came in at like 6:10, and my body's like, okay, time to go. I'm like, no, this is the one chance I get to sleep in. I did get back to sleep, kind of, but ugh. I was very annoyed with myself this morning. That internal clock has finally apparently made the switch. Oh, look at that. That is looking so good. Okay, so we got to top stitch this out of the way as well on this side. All right, so far I like how this is constructed. It feels like a good one to put into production. Feels like quick, but it's also going to be finished. There are no raw seams in it from the video I saw of it. Yeah, because then you fold it up like this. And these two, so this is supposed to be folded down that centimeter. The seam allowance amount. Oh no, wait, no. You fold it up based on this, and then you stitch this so that the vinyl is contained and there's no, like, there are no raw seams in this, including there are no raw vinyl seams. And obviously you want to finish the bottom of your pouch so that it's like able to actually hold stuff. Okay. Oh, come on. Except the problem is that the vinyl is slippery, and also there we go. It's slippery, and it also folds. So we're just gonna make sure, there we go. There we go. In. Scooted a bit because that's not quite the seam allowance. There we go. And across we go. Whee! Sweet. Okay, this is coming together extremely well. All right, now we're going to move the zip pull into the actual bag so that we have a zip pull in the bag. That is actually, everything's pretty even. I'm happy. We'll be able to finesse this a little bit at the top. It is a little bit off, but we can do that when we get there. Now we just, I think these are supposed to be folded down right now. Okay, so maybe a little bit less finessing than I thought we would be able to do, but that's okay. Puff. Oh, we gotta do the handle to put in. Or we gotta put the handle in. And then, yeah, okay, so the top bits are supposed to match and the hem is already supposed to have happened. Okay, so handle first, we're gonna baste it in, is what's suggested. Bastes in right here, right at the bottom of the zipper. And then, of course, it folds over so that you don't have any like kinks in it afterwards. The other way that I could do this, and I might do in future, basically we're playing around right now. But I think the bigger one is that we'll make it a D-ring, and then you can like put it on one of those wristlets that I have. I don't foresee anyone really wanting to carry it as a wristlet, but no, I'm not going to judge anyone who does. Okay, there's one. there's 2. Okay, like that. Pull it out, trim the threads, and where's that one coming from? 1 and 2. Excellent. And then trim all of this down, all of that mess, whatever it is. Alrighty. I don't know why there's a mess there, but apparently there is. Oh yeah, and then we got to trim down the chain piece right there that we did on both sides. Sweet. It's still snowing, folks. Dallas just texted me. He's like, it's not stopping snowing. And I'm like, no, I didn't think it would. Just does not feel like a snowstorm that's going to stop. All right. So now we are going to even everything up. So that means that this needs to be folded down. And this needs to be folded down to the same level. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to fold this down to what the original seam allowance is going to be. And then we'll fold down that top bit to match. Because there is no more fabric on the back piece, basically. But there is more fabric to be used on the zipper piece here. And that's fine. That's perfect. And that's what's going to finesse it to give it a really nice finish. Now, the first thought that I had upon seeing this was that I probably could make it a double zip pouch. That might still happen. I think it would be really funky and cool, but it might not. I really like how simple and straightforward this is as well. There we go. Now, is that going to, no, all the zipper is contained. I am actually going to flip this just to make sure that I do actually stitch over those basting stitches that I used for the handle. And then that is matched on the back here. And I saw it was matched on the front. So we're, except for this bit right here, now it's matched and now we're good. And then we're going to make sure that we stitch over top of those basting stitches, and triply so over the zipper here. Not so much over the actual vinyl because we don't want to punch more holes in it than we need to. There's one side. And then we're going to do the same on this side, except we're going to do it from the front because reasons. There's a little bit more warble on the front fabric is actually the reason. I'm going to top stitch over the zipper, or back stitch over the zipper, sew all the way down. And we're going to trim up those threads. And then they do actually want you to trim down I don't put a D-ring on the inside of the kato, although I have been considering it because I know some people like to hook their like stitch markers to it, right? So it's been on the list, but it's just not something that I've added in. All right. There's the trim down done, and then what we should be able to do is we should just be able to turn this like this and have a friggin' adorable pouch. Well, and look at that. That is adorable. Okay, so let's finesse everything and just see how it all comes together. I will do the top stitch across the top, and we will, because now we're all nice and even. We're going to zip up the zip so that everything's nice and straight there. Nice little front pouch here. Basically, it's just the vinyl. And then, yes, this would be a lot more useful and a lot less kind of energy wasteful. Not that it's energy wasteful, but it would be a lot nicer with a second zipper. Make it a lot more unique as well. Ooh, I like that thought process. This is quite large, so we'd have to see if it would actually fit in a kato or not, because it's like, yeah, it's pretty big. But it is done, and it is adorable. So it'd be like a good pencil pouch size. What I was thinking and leaning towards is like, I know a lot of quilters, when they go around, you can put like your rotary cutter and stuff in it. Yeah, it would fit a full pair of shears. You would obviously want the shears cover on it so that it didn't poke through the vinyl and stuff like that. But I am pretty pleased with that. Just nice and easy. So yeah, and like, so yeah, it is quite a large pouch actually. So I'm not 100% sure what you would even use that for, really. That's why I'm thinking like a D-ring would be more useful, because then at least you could put a wristlet, because at this point, yeah, you can wiggle your hand in there. Now I have big hands, but it's pretty small. That was uncomfortable. But I like it because what I like about it is that you can still see the fabric here. That's not something that I've ever been able to figure out for myself for how you would do that. And then yeah, maybe I'll figure out how to actually put a zipper on top with a lining inside of that as well, because that would be pretty straightforward, I think. And then you could have like a double zip pouch, and that would be super adorable. But the other thing about this is now I know how to do this better. I know that I know how to do that better. So that's nice, because that is a skill upgrade. It's cute. I approve. And that was honestly pretty straightforward. Oh my goodness, what is happening upstairs? Just hearing all the bumps and thumps. All right. Probably throwing some sort of ball around. Anyway, but yeah, so those will go into production later. Right now we should be working on, there was one that I promised for sure has to go out on Monday, so let's get it rolling here. Oh, I guess we should actually match zippers. Zippers need to be done first. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Might have been a little bit worse than it sounded. Oh, the poor boogers. All right. Okay, actually what we can do is we can see if it would fit in a kato, not by checking stock, because all the stock is in the truck still, but by just checking the width of the actual bag. Okay, and we need all the handles. Okay, so there's all the handles to sew. And there's all the big bag stuff to sew, and there is the actual kato. So let's see approximately where it would be if we were to do something like that. So once you sew it all together, it's about there, say, ish. Yeah, so like it says, it's like half, 3/4, 2/3 as wide as the actual kato. So the problem is that adding another D-ring here would create a lot of like weight, and probably start to actually deform the bag a little bit. But you could hook it on the exterior of the bag, which would be kind of cool too, especially if you're using like a webbing strap or like a strap in the D-ring that's already in there. So that would be cool. Okay, we are going to do the canvas next. Let's do the handles, and then we'll do the zipper match, and then we'll do the handles and the canvas, and then we'll do the zipper match. These are the new size of handles, so that hopefully they hang on the grid wall panels nicer, because they kept falling off, and I totally saw how embarrassing that was. I would be embarrassed. I'm not worried about my own product, But as a customer, I would be so mortified if someone else's product fell off on me. So we are changing the size of the handles so that they're about a half inch smaller once it's all said and done. And so that hopefully they actually hang on the grid wall panel better. And then all the excess fabric, it used to go into the needle stashes and stuff like that, but it's actually the same width as wristlets. So that's going to work. Or scrunchies or something like that. So they'll still be diverted if they're not made into handles. I've actually got a stack of handles behind me to get made into bookmarks right now. So that's another one of the projects that we're going to do. Are the fabrics in the boxes to be finished? Maybe. I'm pretty sure most of these are ones that I've like cherry picked out to either be like Kato, or I recut handles because I was like, oh, I lost them or something. And so now they're just malingering excess. So we're going to make bookmarks out of them. And not the corner bookmarks, like bookmarks that you put in the bookmarks. So we got to add some, actually that's where, so I was going to use the twill like I use for the box bags, but that's maybe where we should use up some of the ribbon that is in the leftovers from switching from ribbon to twill for the box, like the box bags. The switch from ribbon to twill for the box bags was a very good move, but it has left me with excess stock. And I know we've debated and like been like, well, the kids could use it, but I'm selfish and I want to use it. There you go. All right, so this is the one that needs to be done. That has to go out on Monday. Now, obviously, all of these need to go out, and I will do my best to get them sewn today and tomorrow. But that'll be the focus one, and then we'll get the rest of you settled up over the next couple days. I'm going into Calgary on Monday too, hopefully. As long as it stops snowing, I will be going to Calgary on Monday. Yeah. If it doesn't stop snowing, I will be going to Calgary on Tuesday and shipping. And we'll definitely be shipping out of Calgary because with the amount of snow here, I don't know how, well, I guess Canada Post is pretty reliable about pickups and stuff, but I have had issues in the past. And so I just don't want to play with that right now. And not issues when there's been weather, just with apparently the drop-off location, which there should never have been issues with, but there were. So whenever I can, I still ship from Calgary, just because of that. Although actually the one that's been cheaper for the past while has been UPS, so I have no clue. And I haven't had any issues with like Cochrane pickups with UPS. So like who knows? I don't know. I'm saying how much you get charged and then it's like, well, we're not going to pick up your parcel for a week from the like drop box. And it's like, what? That's like seems so unsafe and like a sure way to get a bunch of insurance claims. All right, these are the old larger ones because they are both custom orders. Granted, I could have done all of these with like the larger handles, but I decided to go with the smaller handles on some of the small box bags, simply because I was wanting to make sure that sorry, I'm going to turn my mic down a little bit because I see that it's really spiking up into the red with the sewing machine. Anyway, I wanted to swap out to the smaller ones because then the other bags that I'll cut from the same handle cut, so like the large box bag and stuff, will also be at the 4-inch width before it gets sewn. All right, there we go. Now we're going to sew the canvas to the sloths, and the sloths are surprisingly directional, not directional. I want the sloths hanging the way that they would hang, so we're going to do this to here. Now I was smart or not, I can't tell, but I did already cut the wedges out, which makes me happy. And I think that might be something that I start doing regularly, just so it's like that step happens in there, and then when I come out here, it's mostly just sewing. Now, sloths will mostly be put together with white thread, simply because, okay, so I do see the drawback there is that there is a little bit of stretch in the canvas. So that means that we might need to adjust the cut just a touch before we actually sew it, but whatever, it'll be pretty damn close. Anyway, oh yeah, there's quite a bit of stretch. And I just realized I don't know if I put this in right or not. I don't care as long as they match. Yeah, I think we're okay. Canvas doesn't really have a right and wrong side, but it has a bit of a right and wrong side, so it's like, it's not a big deal as long as they match, because you can't tell that they have a right and wrong side otherwise. It's particularly noticeable on the black, actually. I did find the Wisteria cat on Aqua, so we're good there. And we are 100% going to have to lint roll this afterwards because of Flynn sleeping in on it, especially since that is the exterior of it. Bah. Oh well. The dangers of having an orange cat and black fabric, right? But it's like we're kind of hooped either way because we've got the orange and the black. Not that actually the black hair shows up far less than the orange hair does, and I don't know why. All right, there we go. Next, this one. So I'm nearly done Sarah Jane Bass. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Anyway, Crescent City series, the third book. This is adhered. Okay, good. Like, it's not really adhered on the edges, but it is in the middle, so we're good. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, 80 pages from the end or something like that. So, no spoilers, please. But I am almost done. It's been, I don't know. I think out of the three, it's actually the weakest book. I can't tell if there's going to be more story or not. She's definitely setting up something for something. But I don't want to give any spoilers. So, but yeah, I cannot tell for the life of me. Oh, that one did not adhere. Okay. We'll go in and we'll make sure that that gets ironed when we do the, because these do have to be pressed before I can do the top stitching. We figured that out with the last batch. And actually, I know I said that these are pick your owns and we'll get them to do them fast. But we will go in and actually press the rest of the big bags that have been like already had their canvas sewn on, because there's no point in leaving them high and dry when I'm already pressing them. All right, so there's those two done. Anyway, yeah, I feel like there's something being set up. But it feels like this book is also coming to or this series is coming to a close, and so I'm super confused what's happening. I cannot tell. I'm like, she's not known for writing short series, so that's where I'm confused. I'm like, is this one actually closing off? Because it feels like it is. But a lot of times she doesn't really even like hit her stride really with a series until book 3. So at least that's what I found with Throne of Glass, and in some ways even with A Court of Thorn and Roses, because that one went, yeah, insane. Not insane. That one took a while. Definitely hit its stride more in like, I don't know, book 3 or book 4. Which it's like, okay, I understand not necessarily hitting your full stride at like book 1, but I'm glad I stuck with Throne of Glass. I don't have the time to do that now. It's like I can't stick with something for that long necessarily, if it's not going to do what I need it to do. I am looking for my tube turner again. I found more tube turners. Oh, there's one of the seam rippers, and there's the tube turner. I've hidden it so well from the kids that I hid it from myself. Classic. Okay, where can I put this that I'm going to see it? Let's actually hang the little bucket that's supposed to go on the rack in a location. Sorry. Ugh. Why did that not stick? Okay, there we go. The seam ripper can go in there. These pins can stay on the side. This can go up. A little magnetic pin thing because I don't use the pins very often. And then I also found my turner. Or at least I found one of them. And we're going to put all the turners in the same spot. There. Now, I shouldn't have this constant question of where this stuff is. So there's a seam ripper, and my turners are like right above my head, so hopefully I remember that they're there. Well, I can look up and see them, and I can kind of see the seam ripper. Not totally. You are 100% allowed to scream at me in the chat of like, Katie, your seam ripper is right above your head. And I do encourage that. This one does not have enough seam allowance. At least I noticed that before we turned it. Okay. There we go. We're good. 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 And good. Okay, sweet. So yeah, we can get all of these turned, and then we are going to need a press, and I just said that the big bags need a press. So we'll press everything, or like iron everything, because the press doesn't actually work for these handles. No, that is not what we're going to do. We're going to sew zippers in. And then we can iron everything all at once. I'm definitely not getting these done today. I was like, I'm going to go and, I'm going to be so productive and I'm going to get all of this sewn today. But no, honestly, having to iron, like press in the interfacing takes a significant amount of time, a lot more than I anticipated, which is why I know I avoided it before, but we are no longer avoiding it. All right, I was gonna reward myself with some coffee. So we'll finish turning and then I'll have some coffee. Actually, no, we'll just finish turning this one and then I'll have some coffee. Another laundry cat's bag. That's never a good sound. That means I poked through the fabric. All right. Use the blunter end on the other end. There's quite a large seam allowance in these, so I'm not worried about it. I'll just trim it off once it gets sewn into the bag. There we go. Yes. These look good. Okay. All right, so tomorrow's task will be finishing all of these. And now that they're like settled in and I'm not going to experiment with any bags, that's going to help as well. Although I do think experimenting with that vinyl bag was very worthwhile. There we go. And then these will need white top stitching, so we're not going to worry about them until we get to that point. My goodness, they need a press. Although yes, that is going to hang on the actual like grid wall hook far better, so that's good. Cotton linen doesn't like this one. Okay, it sounds like it might be time to go up and be running a little bit of interference on the babies. Because Dallas is finishing off the last of the cooking of dinner, and I'm at a point where I can take this upstairs and do the work. Our youngest had a voluntary nap. They basically just fell asleep in the chair, which tells me that they may need a bit more sleep than they've been having the past few days. Okay. Yep. All right. I know I said I was going to be on until 5, but I think it's time to call it quits. I will let you know if I come on tonight or not. Realistically, I should be on, but I'll figure it out and I'll let you know via Instagram. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. And by the time that I come back, I will make sure that I get all the zippers matched in and ready to sew, and then we'll go sewing forward from there. And then we'll iron everything for actually getting the top stitching done and stuff. So if I don't see you again tonight, I'll be back on tomorrow to do that. And I hope you all have a fantastic night.